Welcome to the conclusion of my chat with Tish Times. She is a corporate trainer and coach with an expertise in sales and networking. I'm María Tomás-Keegan, and this is part of my continuing series of interviews with brilliant, resilient women who have inspiring stories to tell and who are role models for the rest of us who are learning to thrive. Tish shared about a pivotal point in her life, in her journey, when she lost her business and most of what she owned, affecting her and her family deeply and eroding her own confidence. Yet she rebounded, and she proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that there was light at the end of the tunnel, and she relied on her faith, rebuilt her confidence, and responded with resilience. Hi, Tish. Thanks for coming back.
Yay, thank you.
I'll bet you learned a lot of lessons along this journey. And if I may, I'd like to pose another two-part question. Would you share some of those lessons with us and how they helped you in the work you do today? And share some tips on how you help others build confidence, as you've said, from the inside out.
Absolutely. So I think some of the best lessons that I've learned is giving myself permission to just be myself. I know, not I think, I know, just based on the way I was raised, and some of the things that I saw growing up, I always felt like we had to present this perfect package, right? I was the girl who, when I grew up, if you look at our pictures, you know, on Easter, it's like the perfect little white bonnet, the little ruffled socks, the perfect dress. I remember us not being able to go to Astro World one day because I was a 5 or 6 year old little girl who started playing in the mud while I was waiting for my mom to get ready, and then we couldn't go because I was no longer perfect. I didn't look, you know what I mean? There was too much that I needed to do. So that translated into me thinking, you know, in the apparent success of my business, that it had to always look together, you know, things had to always appear a certain way. And so after all that I went through, I learned to give myself permission to just be. I have a very, very dear friend who's also been a mentor for me for years, and I remember her saying to me, stop striving and just be. You know, you don't have to try to become, just be, enjoy who you are right now. And so for me, in the work that I do now and teaching people to, you know, to sell more effectively, to have more powerful conversations, it may seem like they're two totally different things. Like, how do they even connect? But they're everything. Because I find when people go to network, they put on a name tag. You know, they put on their best outfit, they put on their biggest smile, and in most cases, they put on their most beautiful mask, and they extend their hand and say, hi, my name is, what do you do? And they now begin to try to impress someone and tell them how awesome they are instead of just, you know, being. I have found that when I meet someone, I just show up as Tish Times, just me. I get way much more engagement. I find people are much more receptive to just me being who I am than me trying to impress them. And so I've taken that need to impress and literally locked it away and thrown it away, and found that if I can help others get comfortable enough in who they are, to first find out who they are, because my lesson, you know, my journey taught me that yes, I am resilient, that yes, I can, you know, overcome tremendous difficulty. And that yes, I can open up without the fear of being judged, rejected, or anything else. And now helping other, specifically women, but I do have a female clients, but mostly women, to know that being you is not only enough, it is more than enough. You know, for me, what has been the biggest thing you mentioned, my faith has been the one thing that has literally changed everything for me. When I leaned into my faith and stopped trying to be everything to everybody, that was the biggest change for me. So when we know that we're not only enough, we're more than enough. You know, there's scripture that says we are more than conquerors, we are overcomers. If I believe that, now I can show up with confidence. And again, that confidence doesn't come from everyone telling me, you know, because if I rely on that, which I did for so many years, the moment the compliments stop, that, you know, all of that admiration stops, then who am I? So I had to learn get that from the inside and build it from the inside. And my goal is, I literally am on a mission to help other women to find that inside, believe it, and then live it.
That's beautiful. Perfect. I love that. Be you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is so, we hear it a lot, but I don't know that a lot of us, I'm still learning how to be me, how to just always be me. Because yeah. I've worn a mask many times in my life through many of the transitions that I went through. I have put on that suit of armor, and I have lived through that suit of armor starting to crack from the pressure that it, you know, trying to break, and that was me trying to break out, and I didn't allow it for a long time. So I get what you're saying. It's such an important lesson. Just be comfortable, allow yourself to be you, because you are unique. There's nobody else like each one of us in this world, and we have gifts, and we have so much to give. So I love that, and I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. I think it's simple but profound, and there's an art to learning how to be you. There really is. And
the other point you make about learning who you are and stepping into that so that it shines through, that's where your confidence comes from.
Right.
And when you allow that to happen, there's no need for the mask anymore. There's no need for the suit of armor. Mine have been gathering dust in the corner for a while now. They're always still there, just in case. But I don't think I'll ever need them again. So it's just allowing ourselves to be who we are and be loved for who we are or not, and that's okay too.
It absolutely is. And I think that piece alone is, it's everything, because there are people who are going to be drawn to you, who need you, right? And there are people who need someone totally different, and being okay with both of those things is so important.
That's right. And therein lies the confidence, right? Just being confident that that's okay too. We can't be all things to all people. Those of us who have tried to be perfect, right? I'm a recovering perfectionist. I am choosing to be perfectly imperfect. Yes. So yeah, that's all part of it. Thank you so much, Tish. That is so inspiring to me, and I hope it is inspiring to our viewers as well. I am certain that there are lots of people who are watching this who are going to want to reach out to you directly, Tish. So would you let us know what is the best way for them to do that?
Absolutely. You can reach out to me via email at tishtimes.com. If you want to just know a little bit more about what I do, you can just go to tishtimes.com. And I am delighted to connect with anyone on social media. And I keep it super simple. If you do a search on Tish Times, you'll find me on all of my social media platforms.
Yes, we will. I'm connected in all those ways. Thank you, dear friend. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your being here. I know how hard it is to share a story like this, with the emotions around that story, including shame and guilt and all of that. I'm grateful that you chose to come here and share it with us. And I want to thank all of our viewers for watching today. This is a series of interviews inspired by my latest book, Upside Down to Right Side Up, Turning Transition into Triumph. It's now available on Amazon in its Kindle and paperback forms, and the companion journal is also available there now. I invite you to look at it and share it with the women in your lives, so none of us will ever again feel alone. Many of us have gone through similar experiences, like Tish's, like mine, and we are here to help you. I believe it's our time to thrive. Will you join me? I'm María Tomás-Keegan. Till next time.